Hello, Gogokid teachers and potential new Gogokid teachers. My name is Teacher Christy and welcome to my channel. If you are returning, I'm so glad to have you back here today. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. I hope you find the information that I share informative and I hope you come back again soon. So, some of you may have heard Gogokid has started a brand new application process. And we're going to go over the 4 main steps today. So let's jump into it. The first step in Gogokid's application process is the basic information section. Here you will fill out some of your basic information in the Gogokid teacher portal. This will include some personal information about yourself, some teaching experience, as well as a few other personal questions. You want to be very, very careful when you are filling out this information. There are a few questions that could trip you up if you don't read them and answer them very, very carefully. So you want to pay really close attention when you are completing this step. After you've passed the basic information review, you will then move on to step number 2, which is the live interview. Here you will go into Gogokid's teacher portal and you will book an interview slot. These slots can be very difficult to come by, so you want to make sure that you are checking that frequently and refreshing often to try and secure your spot. I would suggest that you prepare for your interview in advance, even before booking your interview slot, because it's not uncommon for teachers to cancel last minute, leaving you the ability to go ahead and snag an interview slot for that very same day. But you want to make sure that you are prepared. The interview will last approximately 30 minutes. You will meet inside of the Gogokid classroom with one of Gogokid's interviewers. It's important to know you can enter the classroom 30 minutes early, and I highly suggest that you do that. This will give you time to practice with the portal and get used to some of the tools and functions before beginning your interview. When your interview starts, you want to make sure you click that start button as soon as it lights up. This is a very important step because the interviewer will not be able to see or hear you prior to hitting the start button. During the first 10 minutes or so, you will have a short conversation with the interviewer. You'll talk about some of your background, experience, and answer a few other personal questions. The interviewer will review some of the information about the classroom, the tools, the functions, just to make sure that you are familiar with what's going on in the classroom so that you can successfully operate your demo lesson. After this brief conversation with the interviewer, you will then move on to your teaching demo. Here you will teach the interviewer as though they are a young student for approximately 10 minutes or so. Again, it's really important that you are preparing in advance for this step because you will be evaluated on your teaching skills. After the demo, you will talk with the interviewer for a few more minutes. The interviewer will likely give you some feedback, your strengths and things to improve, and then you will talk about the next steps in the application process. The interview will then be reviewed by the Gogokid home office staff, and they will send you an email letting you know if you have passed on to the next step or not. When you get this email, you want to be very sure that you are reading it very, very carefully, because if the home office is choosing to move forward in the application process with you, the email will include lots of detailed information about your next steps. We're going to go over those now. So step 3 in the application process is going to be your orientation and paperwork. So up until this point, nothing really has changed about the application process. But step 3 is when things get a little bit different. There are now several smaller sub-steps under this orientation and paperwork category. The first thing you'll be doing is you'll be watching some orientation videos and completing a short quiz following the video. If you fail the quiz, don't worry, you can take it as many times as you need. After this, you will then book an online one-to-many training session with somebody from Gogokid's training team. During this session, you will review and learn some information about Gogokid as a whole. And the trainer will also go over things such as the 9 essential ESL teaching strategies and other information that will help you become a successful teacher here at Gogokid. Following this 1 hour, one-to-many live training session, you will then complete another quiz, which you can, of course, take multiple times if needed. After you've passed this quiz, you will receive another email with instructions on how to book your mock class. In addition to the one-to-many training class, this one-on-one mock class is one of the new additions to the application process. This mock class is now an hour long. You will meet again in the Gogokid classroom with one of the Gogokid teacher trainers. During this 1 hour session, you will first go over some more details and specifics about the classroom, some of the tools and functions that maybe weren't covered during the interview stage. You will also be teaching 2 10-minute mock lessons at 2 different levels. And then you will go over some more feedback about your teaching performance. The trainer will give you some feedback about your strengths and areas to possibly improve. You will have a Q&A time period where you can ask the trainer any questions, and you will get, again, some really valuable information that will help you become a successful teacher at Gogokid. Again, home office will review these demos, and if you pass this one-on-one mock training class, you will then move on to the paperwork stage. In this stage, you will be uploading all of your necessary paperwork, things like your identification, your degrees, your teaching certifications if you have one, your ESL certificate, your profile pictures, things of that nature. So you will upload all of these documents onto the Gogokid teacher portal. You will also be uploading your introduction video. Please make sure that you are taking the time to make a really, really good introduction video. These are so important when it comes to securing bookings. The parents and the students really like looking through these videos and choosing teachers that they think will be a good fit to their students. So make sure that you are taking the time to really kind of nail your introduction video. After you've uploaded all of the necessary documentation, pictures, and video, you will then be able to submit all of that information. Once the home office team has been able to review and verify all of your submitted documents, you will then move on to the final step in the application process, which is signing your contract. Once you've signed your contract, you will then be an official Gogokid teacher, and you will be able to open slots and begin teaching just as soon as you are booked. If you're interested in applying for Gogokid, I would love to help you. I have lots of training materials available for you, and I'm willing to help in any way that I can. If you have already applied, but you don't have a referring teacher, I can help you too, so don't worry. All you need to do is just send me an email, gogokid.christy@gmail.com. If you're applying, you can also use my referral code found here. I hope y'all have found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you join us as a Gogokid teacher soon. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.